I'm a little confused why non-black folks are upset about the amount of black people that are in Streamer University because ain't y'all supposed to be fatigued?
Streamer University's class of 26 is made up of mostly black streamers. That's a fact. The same way that an insomnia cookie is made up of mostly raw sugar and heart-punishing materials. That's not a problem. What is a problem is the sudden switch up on Streamer University. Look, I like switching up and sliming out my day ones as much as the next guy. In fact, people call me Pooh Shiesty. But there are good reasons to switch and bad reasons. Everybody all of a sudden not only wants to see Streamer University become more racially diverse, but they specifically have a problem with it being mostly black. So now I have to put on my Dominican Dr. Umar hat.
But you sit your fine, buttery, cinnamon ass next to me.
Which looks suspiciously like Tostones, but that might just be me being hungry. I don't have the exact numbers, but if you crawl through old footage of Streamer U's class of 25, you'll find that this is not new. Streamer U was always mostly made up of black people and people of color. Oh, I wonder what kind of people went to the first Streamer University, you ask? Oh, nobody crazy. Have you ever heard of Light Skin Kim and Blasiany Babylow? These are real names of streamers that went to Streamer U. It could not be more obvious what the demographics were. It's like if I started a streaming university and my first two professors were named Jose Hoops and the Empanada Punisher. If Streamer U was always mostly made up of black creators, then why the sudden switch in public perception?
You're not black! You're not at Streamer University! 82.5% of acceptances were black. Not that there's a problem. Just saying.
It is a problem. That's why you're mad.
Yab content on TikTok may be one reason. I swear, there's a secret society of Yab creators that choose all the opinions on TikTok. However, that's not the only reason. If Streamer University hasn't changed, but the conversation around it has, then that suggests that the people watching it have changed. Is this an ethical opinion, chat? Am I Shay right now? Unfortunately, Streamer U has gotten so popular that it has entered the discoloring phase of media. The discoloring phase is when something becomes so popular that Kenzies from Love Island and Vote for Donald Trump Hispanics start to claim that black people or people of color didn't invent something. The same thing happened with AAVE. And now, people claim that deadass is Gen Z slang. Reports are saying over 1 million applicants applied for Streamer U, so this would make sense. Plus, the people that already applied in the past are applying again, and the rejections are hitting harder for them now than they were before. Everybody doesn't have to be a streamer though. You can just binge Paul George Celtics highlights to pass the time. With that being said though, a lot of people aren't willing to give up that dream. This same thing used to happen a lot with Asian or white students that got rejected from actual universities, where they'll claim that the only reason they didn't get in is because a black student was chosen over them. Like, yeah, of course, you have 3 posts to your name, one is an Anthony Edwards edit about Casey and Sincere, and you have 4 followers. But that's why you didn't make it. Right. I'm being sarcastic, but it's true. The culprit behind this hate is literally just entitlement. They act like everyone doesn't have a space to express themselves. If you want to be a streamer, you don't have to go the same route as Mr. Michelin Grip. You can post yourself right now to a potential audience of millions. So there's no point in crying about not being on Streamer University or crying about not being black. The moral of the story is, those streamers getting in isn't the reason you specifically didn't get in. And until you can prove that it is, I'm gonna have to ratio plus L plus NBA Youngboys better everybody that disagrees with me.